was the direct? The Pokemon Direct?
The Pokemon, it wasn't called a direct, more like a presentation.
Or like a presentation? When was it?
A couple of days ago, I believe.
Because I just realized, I realized that because they're supposed to be presenting something a week after.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see. Okay, well let's hope we'll be seeing what happens next. For the time being, until I believe the 24th. I believe I'm not entirely sure. Also, looking at this, looking at this little image of the Torterra is kind of cool. I'm looking at the. I just looking at Bing of this thing right now. Sorry. Anyways, we are 14 minutes in, so yeah, a little early to end this segment, but now what can you do? All right, so let's do the news that segment. Unfortunately, it has to do. It has to do with both pieces of news. Has to do with COVID, unfortunately. But before we get into that, I want to talk about some news, some interesting news that happened in San Francisco, downtown San Francisco. Turns out a mountain lion was caught in downtown San Fran. Rob?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, it was caught like looking at its reflection in an office building, and was like walking around down the streets for some odd reason. And
Wow. That's so scary.
yeah, actually, I remember like a couple years ago, I was looking at the news, and there was like a bear walking down the suburbs of a town. I believe it was I think it was also San Francisco, or maybe it was San Jose. I don't remember, but there was like a bear walking down the street, and there was like a camera telling the footage, its bird's eye view, and some guy who was texting and walks down the street, sees the bear, and starts running. I can't. A helicopter view just got a shot of that.
Yeah, mountain lions are scary, man. Definitely
Yeah,
don't want to be caught by yourself with one of those, because they will take you out.
yeah, yeah. Officials worry that the animal wouldn't find its way south and ask residents in the area to send any photos or videos of the cat so they can monitor its movements. Yeah, yeah, it'd be interesting actually. Actually, imagine if one of these guys are roaming around the streets of New York. Ain't no wolf, but ain't no cougar, but yeah, that'll be interesting. Anyways, right. Hey, the next thing we're gonna talk about, next piece of news I had to talk about, once again, it has to do with COVID. And let's start with the saddest one of them all. A member of K-pop group TST passed away at the age of 28 to COVID.
Oh, dang.
That's the youngest age I've ever seen someone die from this disease, to be honest. Uh, it's actually that's kind of sad, to be honest. It's really difficult to know that the disease can kill people like this. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like, people underestimate how crazy this is. It's invisible enemy. It's very hard to fathom. Like, I guess not getting sick and having to be scared, because, like, because of how young people are dying to the disease too. It's just like I don't know if you call it disease, coronavirus, whatever virus, whatever. Um, yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Well, rest in peace, Johan. So, anyways, going back to coronavirus again and COVID. Third piece of news isn't as sad, but it's definitely very what's what I'm looking for. Well, anyways, the next piece of news has to do with D.L. Hewley, I think his name was. He's a he's like this comedian who is doing a show. You heard of Hewley, right?
Pee Wee.
No, D.L. Hewley, I think his name was. Hold up. Why did it not pee all of a sudden? Yeah, D.L. Hewley. He's a comedian. He he's 57 years old, I believe, and he passed out on stage during a stand-up show. Oh, and later on tested positive for COVID. He's still alive, but he actually but is however it does change the fact that he's about what happened. Actually, let me look at this guy up, actually. Because he was in Scary Movie 3? Huh. And he was in Inspector Gadget. That's
Inspector Gadget.
yeah, he was in the Inspector Gadget movie as Gadgetmobile. Weird.
He was the Gadget movie. That's funny.
Yeah. And he has another movie coming up called Spinning Gold, which stars Jeremy Jordan, Samuel Jackson, Kenan Thompson, and Jason Derulo, among others. Interesting. And it's a biographical film. This actually, that might be interesting to watch. Yeah, it's got. Keep in mind, I'm just padding out the time because we are 20 minutes in. This is the shortest. This is the shortest podcast episode of a podcast we ever done. So yeah. Comedian a good comedian and collapsed on stage from COVID. Let's so.